Oh, it's me! I thought he was playing one of my videos, but it's just me. Hi, everyone. This is a really weird Q&A. I don't have a moderator. It's just me. I'm tempted to invite some more of my team up on stage at one point, because I know a few of them are here. Andrew, are you in here? Andrew's there. Todd's there. Is there anyone else? I don't think Kieran's here. Is Kieran here? Okay. Well, so this is, hello, are you my moderator?
Well, I am just your, volunteer.
You're my volunteer. Thank you so much.
Anytime, sir.
Hello there, volunteer. Hello. So how does this go?
You know, you get to either introduce yourself a little, talk, or pick people who raise their hands for questions. And I'll run to them and give them this.
You are lovely. Thank you so much for your service. Okay, out of curiosity, before I introduce myself, does anyone here not know who I am? Raise your hands. Don't worry, no one will judge you. Okay, one. Okay, one, two. Okay, that's great. Okay, good. Some newbies. This is wonderful. So I'm not gonna burp. I did. I just didn't hear it. I move away from the mic. But oh, hello. Good. Wonderful. Lost people. I will introduce myself in a couple moments. I'll let this room fill up. Hello. Hey Jack, how's it going? Hey man. Sorry, I'm just going to keep doing this when people wander in.
You know, you could, you still didn't officially start, so you can just, blabber.
Yeah, I haven't officially.
Whatever you feel like, you know.
The gavel has not been banged, so I can keep going.
Not yet.
This is a court of law. I feel so powerful, because normally I'm on a panel and it's just completely, there's 20 people and now it's just me. Hi.
Hi, can I just do something really fast? I'm not really a really big, I'm sorry, I'm not a
That's fine.
But my friend in the UK is,
okay.
He's on the phone with me right now and he really wants to talk to you.
Okay. Let's do it, before we begin, I don't know if I can make it on speaker. Can I do that? No, I muted him. So, where's the... Hey, Christopher. Can we hear Christopher?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so Christopher, you are now in a room with about at least 100 people, I'd say. How's that going for you? Okay. So, the line isn't ideal, but that's okay, because now it's just you and me, Christopher. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What are you wearing? I'm very good. So you're in England. That means that puts it at about 11:30 p.m. there. So you're probably in your pajamas, right? That's good. Oh, you are. The whole thing.
This isn't getting weird.
All right.
It just
You've become a part of the comedy routine. Do you have a question? We're doing a Q&A, or we will be in a moment. So before I even introduce myself, do you have a question, Christopher, that you'd like to ask me at my panel you're not at?
Long question. Very, very long question.
Yeah, it's actually huge. The latest his question was, how do I keep videos coming? How do I keep doing it? And other nice things. But the answer is, I take breaks when I need them. I don't try and force stuff out. That's why I make a video roughly once a month or every 3 weeks, is because if I try and force it, I hate myself. So I just kind of wait and let it flow naturally. And then I make a period joke and everyone feels uncomfortable. Thank you very much, Christopher. I'm going to hand you back to your friend now who's going to leave, because apparently she's not a big fan. But, I'll see you around you. Bye-bye. Okay, you're going to have to hang up on Christopher then. Chris is gone. Chris is ditched. And we never saw him again. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of you getting a selfie just like this. Okay. Okay, are we good? Let's just...
Oh my God, look, they look so awesome.
We haven't had a walkout yet, which is really exciting. Okay, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you around. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
And now we get to start.
Okay, I would now like to begin the Q&A. I'm not taking... hold on. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Tomska Ridgewell. I am 23 years old, but I will be 24 in 30 minutes. We'll get to see that. It's really exciting. This is a new birthday. I was at a YouTube gathering once when I hit my first 1 million subscribers. This one is a different milestone. So, no, it's not really. I'm 24. Like, there's nothing significant about the year 24, really. It's like, 25 is kind of cool. 21 is significant. 24 is just, who gives a crap? But yes, hello, I'm Thomas Ridgewell. I make comedy videos on YouTube, arguably, and I don't animate, but I put out a lot of animated content. How do I do that? Magic. I hire people. I'm a very strong public speaker, and I'm wearing a hat, because I colourful my hair, because I felt like it. So, we're going to do a Q&A for about an hour, and I will turn, actually I'm going to set an alarm on my phone. I'll
worry, I'm going to keep time.
You're going to keep time for it?
Yeah. Okay,
so your job is to tell me when it hits 4 p.m. here, which is at midnight in England, which is formally my birthday.
Okay.
But, just saying. Sure. We all go, woo! So, yes, we're going to take some questions. I'm going to give some answers, and I think maybe about halfway through, I'm going to invite Todd and Andrew onto the stage, if that's okay with Todd and Andrew. Todd is my composer and does all of my music, and Andrew is my visual effects guy and does all my visual effects. Except when I occasionally hire someone else, and that's a mistake, because he's better than them. Okay, so, does anyone have any questions for which I could provide an answer? Since you were so keen earlier, we'll let you go.
Hi, have you ever read any fan fiction about you and any other YouTubers? What is the weirdest fan fiction experience you've ever had?
So this is like a bit of a tough subject for me, because I don't have any. And like, it gets to a point where it's like, come on, someone, once, like I have fan fiction, but like the raunchiest it gets is like, oh, it turns out I'm their brother. And we haven't done anything weird beforehand, but it's like I've read fan fictions where it's like, and then Katie found out from her parents that she was going to go move to England with her brother she didn't know she had. It was Tomska. Oh my god, she met all of his friends, like Jack and Dean. And it's just really sad. Like, I just want to read one fan fiction where someone finds me as far as like not problems go, that's definitely up there. But no, as far as I'm aware, no 13-year-olds want to have sex with me. They don't want me to have sex with any of their other favorite YouTubers, so that's fine, I guess. Whatever. Next question. Ooh, that was a hand.
Run!
Well, it's
Pass it.
Hi. Didn't you get like roofied?
You say that as if like I got roofied today. Shouldn't you be? I'm like, no. The short answer is yes, I did get roofied, and now that it's been 2 years, I feel like I can be honest about where I got roofied, and it was here. So, yeah, it's pretty grim, and I don't like, but it wasn't for me, which is weird. So, like, here's just a lesson in accepting drinks from strangers. This one girl at a bar nearby was offered a drink by a stranger. She didn't want it. She gave it to her friend. Her friend didn't want it. He gave it to me. I'm an alcoholic. I drank it. Then it was tomorrow. And that was very exciting. I mean, apparently, for me. I gradually pieced together bits of that night. Like, apparently I hit on, like, I think Jack's film's girlfriend at the time. And a lot of guys. I guess you'd call it schmoozing. But you're like, I just love you so much. Which is great. But, you know, that was fun. Then again, I mean, I met a guy, I don't know if he's in the crowd, who is insisting that last year, when I was very drunk, I was in the lift with him, or elevator, And I just kept insisting that he come back to my room for a 7-Up. Which is the weirdest story. He's like, no, I've met you. And I was like, no, you haven't. He's like, no, you were the guy in the lift who was like, dude, come to my room and I'll give you a 7-Up. What? So that was fun. VidCon is a great place. Next question. Don't accept drinks from strangers. Oh, there, right at the back. Let's mix it up. I'm tempted to let my volunteer friend with the fabulous mane choose, but... Hello, yes, you, sir.
Hi.
Hi. No pressure.
Where did you get the idea from?
Something the funniest.
Where did you get the idea from the horse?
The horse, okay. Like, I love that you're still wearing them. That's absolutely fine. Where did I get the idea for the horse? It's a weird, like, it's kind of a long, like most ideas, like it's kind of a long and uninteresting story, but it was basically that just, I shot this video a long time ago, and it had a horse mask in it because, like, I asked the guy I was filming with Kick the PJ, if any of you know who he is. He is, like, intimidatingly attractive. I shot a video with him, and I asked him to bring a random selection of props, and he had the horse mask, and that was in the video. But the video then got cancelled, and I got banned from ever releasing it or talking about it in any specific detail. So if I can't tell you any more about the video, or else I will get sued for hundreds of thousands. And so we remade the video a year later with without anyone threatening to sue me, and he didn't have that horse mask anymore. So I actually went out of my way to find this horse mask, and then the rest of it just kind of gets weird. Then I put on a dress, and then I fought with my co-writer to let me have the line "I love it" in there, and then I thought, wouldn't it be really funny if there's And I thought, wouldn't it be really funny if the camera zooms in and there's big words and then Jump by Van Halen plays. Like I said earlier, I have a drinking problem. And that was it. And then everyone was like, this character's really funny and really lovable. And I was like, no. Because the thing is, when a character comes into my head, they're already fully formed. And the character I wanted was this monster. This woman in a dress called Mrs. Johnson, who's a monster, and everyone was like, no, she's really funny, she's like, I love it, she's really happy. No, she's a murderer, she murders people, she's happy about death. Hello again. I love this, I can make everyone feel so awkward. So I actually had to make this video called Horse, wherein you see what this character is about, and she murders 8 people, I think, in the video, including a baby. No, the baby doesn't die. It's like one of those babies that can get hit by a car and I need to stop talking. God, that video was weird. Fun fact about that video, I was going to bring the pants I'm wearing in that video, and by pants I'm British, so I mean tidy whities. I call them my Walter Whites. And I had to wear these pants because the dress I was wearing in the video was so incredibly short that you'd see any other underwear I wore, so essentially I'm wearing like a thong. And I hadn't yet figured out how, like, women wear dresses and don't show off their underwear, so, which is impressive, by the way, guys, good job. And when I was doing the dance scene in front of loads of people, I bent forward. And they didn't like that. And I didn't understand why until I saw the footage. And I didn't like that. Next question. Oh, hello, yes. I'm Kiwi.
You talk about the ridiculous ideas that come to you and how it starts as a myth and then it just goes,
Yep.
Is there anything that you've started working on and then you've suddenly gone, no.
Oh, God.
Where do you, what is it about an idea that makes you go, oh, no, like it starts out so good. What is it that makes it, no?
Okay, it's really hard to talk about this because there's so many things that, like, I just don't release, and I can't do. and then I change them from their original idea to be acceptable, and then they're just not funny anymore, because the fact is, horrible things can be very funny, because like, I don't think, sometimes when you laugh at a horrible, awful thing, it's not because it's horrible and awful, it's just because of how far the comedian is prepared to go in the sake of getting a laugh, and it's so shocking. But yeah, I write loads of really horribly offensive stuff that I can't put out, and I just can't, I don't know how to talk about it. Like, I have a list on my phone of the most offensive jokes I've ever written. And I tell them to my friends in private, and if they ever hit Tumblr, my career would be over. But I just can't, like, I just can't talk about it in excessive detail. They're awful. They're all, like, because yeah, that's the fact. Like, I don't choose what jokes I come up with, and sometimes, like, and so I have a list of just jokes I can't really make. Racist, sexist, homophobic jokes that are just awful, and I'm not proud of them, but they're there. They live in my head. They don't live in my head, actually. I write down every idea I have, so they don't live in my head anymore. So I have a book. I have a little book called my project bank, where it's like 26 pages long of every idea I've kind of ever had or want to use, and when I use the idea, I cross it off and stuff, and it ranges from like film ideas to sketch ideas to like just individual lines of dialogue. And yeah, like, and one of the pages is just offensive shit I will never ever say, ever. And it's kind of like, it's like a page that's just there so that it's not anywhere else. Like, I have it, I hope no one ever finds this. Yeah. I wish I could go into more detail, but I just can't do anything without ruining the world. Next question. Yes, tiny person.
I have like a few small questions. How did you come up with the name for like a stuff movie, and why did you spell it the way? And also, how did you come up with the name Miss Johnson?
The name of Mrs. Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mrs. Johnson, as I said, okay, that's broken. So Mrs. Johnson, as I said before, is the name of my horse dress woman character, which I don't know. And the way I found out her name is because in the original version of the script, so the sketch where she kind of came about was one where there's loads of soldiers and they're dying, called The Fallen, which I actually uploaded at last VidCon. And yeah, like, and her husband dies in that video, and his name isn't said, but it's in the script as Private Johnson, so her name was Mrs. Johnson. But then I later decided that she didn't take his name, he took hers. So the idea is this character is so intense and terrifying that she can bully men into doing that, which is actually probably fine. But, ooh, my birthday's in 15 minutes. Secondly, how did I come up with the name for Asta movie? Well, that was pretty, that's pretty simple. Basically, about like, God, it must have been about 2004, 2005, I really wanted to make comics, but I had absolutely no artistic skill. So I started, okay. So do you guys remember MSN at all? Yes. Yeah, I feel like a few of you might be a bit too young for that, but MSN had like instant messaging, basically, you know, like iPhones before they existed. And you know how you have emojis or emoticons? Well, you could make your own ones for MSN, and I made my own emoticons. And they were all just these white little things. This is how cool I was. I made my own emoticons. And I wanted to make a comic about these emoticons, and this story just gets worse as I go. So I made this like in this style of these very simplistic characters, and I was like, I don't know what to call this, and I just went on the keyboard, and it's just the first 4 letters of the second line of the keyboard, ASDF, and I just like it was like comics 1 save, and that was it. And then like eventually I just made like 50 of these comics, and I was like, oh, this could actually work as a cartoon online, and so I made that, and I just changed it to Asta movie, and that's the actually quite underwhelming story. I'm sorry. Next question, you. That guy, sorry, yes.
Hi, I'm a really big fan of Eddsworld, and I was just wondering, like, what the future of that is, and, like, are you still continuing it, or has it kind of drifted off as sort of like a side project?
Okay, well, the fact that, like, so, in case you don't know, Eddsworld is an animated web series that I did with my friend, Ed Gould. We started it, like, back in, oh my god, I don't know, 2003, 2004 time. And, well, he was doing it for years, but then I kind of came into it, and this is, like, prime example of just if you spam someone enough, eventually they will be your friend. And I got into his cartoon, and it grew and grew, and we worked together on it, and in 2012, sadly, he passed away. And I inherited the show, and his mother insisted on this. And I got a little bit too big for my own, boots, and I was like, hey, I will make like Indiegogo or a Kickstarter and raise money so we can run the show and donate everything it makes to charity. And that was such a stupid idea, because I just basically made a promise to make like about an hour's worth of animation, which when our animator was dead, and I don't know what I was doing. So basically, the answer to your question very briefly is I can't stop, because about 1,000 donators on Indiegogo could probably sue me, because they have their money. But no, we are still going. We have 4 more episodes to make. Actually, 4 episodes and 1 short, and 3 of them are being animated right now. The last 2 of them are being written, and it's just so crazy. And once we're done with that, we might slow it down, but there's a lot to do. Oh God. I wish I hadn't asked for that money. I was like, this is a good idea. Oops, now I have £50,000 of strangers' money. What have I done? I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry if anyone in this room donated that. It took us, oh God. Someone asked me what the biggest regret I have, and it was today, and it was that. I really wish I hadn't done that fundraiser. Anyway, I'm doing a fundraiser in about a month for another project. Pretend you didn't hear anything I just said. Another question. Sorry, you all put your hands up so excitedly. I'm going to get someone from this side. Ooh, hello. I just thought, because I'm not really looking over there. I'm sorry. It's because my microphone's facing this way.
Words, literal drinks. Why idea that?
Thank you. Okay, so Literal Drinks is a sketch I made with crab sticks. One of my absolute favorite YouTubers, and a very naturally funny man. Yeah, I made this video with crab sticks, and it all came about from just this one notion of going to a bar that had really crazy drink names, and all the drinks had a real world effect. And just the idea of a drink called the perpetual motion, where it's just slid along the bar and just keeps going. And that was it, just that one basic idea. So the way that kind of like, a lot of my sketches come at once, where I'll get like a little burst and I'll write about 3 ideas at once. So, for example, I can't remember, What Happened, a sketch called Poker Night, which isn't out yet, obviously, and Take a Robbery all arrived in my head at the exact same point on New Year's Eve, and Meanwhile and Literal Drinks arrived at the exact same time on a train ride. Most of my ideas come on train rides, unsurprisingly. And if you don't understand why that's unsurprising, then that was kind of awkward. But anyway, God, I'm rambling really uninterestingly, I'm so sorry. So, Literal Drinks came about, and then Cancer Research. That's where this is going. Cancer Research approached me and were like, Tom, make us a video to raise awareness for not drinking. And I was like, okay. So I made them a sketch where Chris Kendall sexually abuses me. Don't drink. And we raised about like £10,000 for not drinking, so that's good. I was really hoping no one would notice the sexual abuse tones in the punchline of that sketch.
How could you?
Yeah, I'm not really proud of it. It was funny though.
Yeah.
Next question. Oh God, you pick.
Oh, like you're making my job too hard? Okay, fine, I'll go.
Hello.
Hi.
Your baby with a gun video. Why?
This is like, so my last like 3 questions have been this video. Why? I should bring up my phone and just go through a list. My baby with a gun video. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, really. I just really thought it'd be funny to give a baby a gun. I'd seen a couple of videos that I really loved the style of, and one of them was Ants by Live Lava Live, who I was talking to not a minute before I came in here. And I just really wanted to give a baby a gun, and the only problem was not being able to find a baby. Obviously, that a parent would be like, yeah, you give my baby a gun. But this amazing British animator who was like from long before YouTube, and you probably don't know who he is, but like he did like a video that's like called We Like the Moon, and he also did an advert for Quiznos, I think, here in America, in the exact same style. But yeah, he gave me his baby. And he just let me use his baby for a day, and I put a gun in the baby, on the baby. And then I put 2 guns on the baby. It was such a stupid baby. And I was like so worried about putting the guns on this baby, because they were quite heavy guns, but the baby was fine. Baby didn't know what was going on. Babies are just like tiny little drunk humans, they're great. Yes, more questions. Red t-shirt. I'm sorry, I feel like ignoring like you guys. I feel like it's going to be really hard to get to you.
Any plans for Meanwhile 3?
Plans for Meanwhile 3, absolutely. I was at Play This Live in April, March, I don't know, and this little like 3-year-old came up to me and said, "Please make Meanwhile 3. And I was like, okay. I can't say no. And I went and I started writing it, and I really wanted to make it before I moved, but I'm moving the day I land, so I can't make it in the same place, but I will make it Meanwhile 3, because it's kind of funny. And I'm planning on shooting with Jack Howard. Yeah. Jack Howard. Not his. No claps for Jack. But yes, Meanwhile 3. The thing is, I don't want to end it. I don't want to do a third Meanwhile unless it's like stupid big. Like, if I'm doing 3 of them, the ending has to be so stupid big. So I'm planning it and how to make it big. Yep. More. Someone from here. You, right in the middle. One with fiery hair. Yeah.
I was really curious how Holy Shit Cats came around.
So this really is just this video and why. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Holy Shit Cats. So I really wanted to make, the whole sketch came about from me finding. Oh no, actually I have a better telling of the story. So basically I wanted to shoot a video called where cats are there, and I would like film cats, and then I'd animate lasers coming out of their eyes. It was really stupid, and we shot this video, and it was just really awful. And then I accidentally lost my laptop containing it, so pretty much all the footage was lost. Oh no. And I wanted to remake it, but a much higher production values, and I was just like playing around with it while I was coming up with how I was going to do it. And I was going to originally, we shot the video, and I was going to just get Andrew, who I'd never worked with before, to add in these really, try and add in CGI cats, but then when I was kind of sending a reference of what I wanted, I got a stock photo of a cat, and just really badly cut it out and put it on the footage. And that just made me laugh so much that I was like, no, these cats this is how I want them to look now. They're just going to be stock photos of cats floating on the screen, and that is why it happened. It's just a really stupid video that I love. And I wrote a sequel to it a long time ago, and I really plan on making it, but there's 2 things I need for this video, and one of them is Emma Watson. And it's really hard to get her. Weird, but or Benedict Cumberbatch, or a very small number, a very small number of celebrities which are what I would call gifable. Yeah, it's a really weird video. Yeah, and obviously because I'm no longer dating Jenny, who's the co-star of the video, the first line of the video is, "Also I'm black now," from her, and she's just black now. And it's just a different actress. And that's how I'm getting around that one. But while we're on the subject of Holy Shit Cats, I thought I would absolutely love to mention something that quite excites me a lot, and that is that I am working on a game. Bated breath. I know, and I really can't tell you much more at this point, but simply because there isn't much more to tell, and I don't want to get people too hyped about this, because it's going to be on iPhones, and you can't really be like, hey, this is going to change your life while you press it with your thumb. But I'm making a game called Cat Attack, which is set in the Holy Shit Cats universe, and it's going to be pretty cool, and I'm really bad at hyping my own products, but it's going to be wicked. I'm funding it myself. It's just me and a little team of people, and we're making a game, and there's cats, and they invade, and you shoot the cats. Animal abuse. They're not real. And that's the whole game, really. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and there's lots of different characters, and one of them is a bear. And one of them might be wearing a dress. and have a horse. I can't spoil anything. Another question. Ooh, tiny, tiny, no small. Hold on, you need a mic. You can do this.
What do you think is your funniest, what do you think is the funniest skit?
The funniest skit I've ever done. Oh, goodness. Well, it's the ones that I don't understand, that I've made and I don't know why they're funny. Those are absolutely my favorites. Like, I've written a new sketch for maybe Aston Movie 8, and it's just not, it's not a joke, it's not funny. But I find it funny, and it'll probably go in. And it's a guy in a top hat, and he shows up, and he's got a little wand, and he goes, "Do you want to see a magic trick?" And the other man just goes, "No." And you're laughing, and why are you laughing? He just doesn't want to see a magic trick. And it's like, because that's when I write a joke, I'm like, how do I subvert expectations? And it's like, you give people a big setup, and then you just go, nah. That's it, that's the whole plan. And so that's kind of like, that makes me laugh a lot right now. But other than that, I think one of my favorite jokes is hey man, check out my new camera, bang, this isn't the camera. Joke, because I wrote it when I was like 12. And I made it was like the first animation I ever made, and it was 1.5 minutes long. And how I could take that joke and make it 1.5 minutes long, and that, but you know, then 8 years later I tell the exact same joke again and make it 3 seconds long, and that's kind of a testament to what the internet has done to me. It's made me, I'd like to say it's made me smaller, it hasn't. Another question, please, thank you. She's got her hand up and someone's pointing at her, so yes, you, yes. I don't really know how to convey.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, if you could have made any movie, which one would it be and why?
If I could make any movie, make or remake?
Yeah, like one that's already been made before. Like, if that was something that...
Okay, this is going to be like a really boring answer if you don't know the film I'm talking about, but one of my favorite movies ever is a movie called The Whole Nine Yards, starring Matthew Perry. I mean, just the name Matthew Perry should be exciting enough. Chandler from Friends, best comedic man in the world. And I think it's a really amazing movie that isn't made that well, and I would love to take it and just make it bigger and better, and oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. There is a scene where Matthew Perry is there.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday song, okay? Okay, I'm gonna start this like myself, and then when I turn around, I need you guys to start singing. So ready? Okay, so wait, hold on. Birthday alone.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you.
These are the kind of things you can expect from my panels. Yes, in case you just walked in, I turned 24 1 minute ago. So yay. Thank you everyone for making that an exciting birthday. As I said earlier, now that we are at the halfway point, I wanted to bring a couple extra people on stage. You don't have to ask them any questions, but they'd keep me company if nothing else. I would like to introduce to the stage my composer, and so the guy who makes all the music in all of my videos, such as the songs, Todd Bryanton. He's Canadian. He's 6'4".
Yeah, something.
He's 6'4", 6'3".